Max Ernst was a German artist during the Surrealist period. He was born in Brühl, Germany on April 2, 1981, one out of 9 children to a middle-class Catholic family. Ernst studied at the University of Bonn in 1901, where he received an education focusing on philosophy, art history, literature, and psychology. He had a particular interest in the art of those mentally ill and frequently would visit asylums. That very year he drew enough inspiration and began to paint and produce sketches. Ernest's style would be best described as a cross between Cubist expressionist style art. A few painters that he was influenced by include Pablo Picasso, Vincent van Gogh, Paul Gauguin, and the paintings of Giorgio de Chirico. Max Ernst was also the creator of the surrealist technique frottage, the creation of art by rubbing a pencil over an object placed underneath paper. He also invented another technique known as grattage, which involves scraping paint across a canvas that has an object underneath, revealing its composition. To his devastation, World War I brought disruption as Ernst was drafted and served on both Western and Eastern fronts. In Ernst's autobiography, it was stated that on the 1st of August 1914, Max Ernst died. He was resurrected on the 11th of November 1918. World War II also had a great impact not only on Ernst mentally, but also influenced some of his later works. Ernst frequently used collages in his paintings, which consisted of disjointed and mutilated bodies. He used this technique as a result of some of his visions from World War II. In the years leading up to World War II, and during his time as an immigrant to the United States from 1941 to 1953, Ernst made work that once again reflected the menacing atmosphere of war. Ernst escaped the war and fled to the U.S. with his then-wife Peggy Guggenheim. After their marriage failed, he remarried to wife Dorothea Tania and moved to Sedona, Arizona, where he resided permanently and found inspiration in the desert-like scenery. Gala, Eluard, created by Ernst in 1924, is an abstract portrait of Gala Eluard. We see Eluard's face up close, intertwined with images of objects rising from her forehead. The top of her forehead seems to resemble unraveling pages from a tampered book. Her eyes are wide open but don't seem completely present in the portrait. It looks as if her mind is wandering. Eluard's face is very close, which intensifies the facial expression she has. Eluard was the wife not only of fellow surrealist painter Salvador Dali, but she also married 2 other members of the surrealist movement, including poet Paul Eluard and Ernst himself. The painting is a representation of the social web amongst Eluard and a trio involved in the surrealist movement. This evocative portrait reveals the deeply intertwined personal and artistic lives of members of the surrealist circle and depicts the movement's fascination with dreamlike states. The lines in Gala Eluard spiral and are undefined. It isn't a very colorful painting. Ernst mostly used beige or nude colors, which to me symbolizes nakedness or being empty. The light is dim on Gala's face, but more focused on the objects emerging from her unraveling head. This painting shows how the mind explores the subconscious.